Before we get into the guide, a few disclaimers. This guide is made for late/post-game content, so don't expect all of the concepts to apply if you're on your first playthrough, maybe early on. Additionally, if you are trying to tackle really hard levels, but you are very under-leveled, this won't help you very much, you just need to grind. Also, creativity is a must. Don't come in here with your brain-dead, nothing burger mindset. Without further ado, let's get into the guide. Some of you may be wondering, what is a loadout? Well, I'm glad you asked. Loadout is a combination of your weapon, gadgets, relic power, tank, and bot buddy. Your style doesn't matter. It's essentially what you take into the levels. Now, let's see what a bad loadout looks like. You may be wondering, why is it bad? You beat the level. That is because none of the pieces work together well at all. The Splatchit here can freeze, but nothing in the kit actually benefits from it freezing. Additionally, I can jump up with this boost bomb thing, but I get no benefit to being in the air. The list continues. Now, what does a good loadout look like then? In comparison, look at this loadout. Smooth, streamlined, moisturized, in its element. A stark contrast to the clunky previous loadout. How can I make this? An excellent question. Like all good things, it starts with inspiration. For this example, my inspiration is I want to use the shellacker, period. I just want to use it. I think it's really silly. So, we need to look at the shellacker and see what it can do. It is a power gadget, and I have a lot of abilities for it, and we're going to see which ones jump out to us. Naturally, Twin Shot seems interesting. Reduced damage taken by 90% is insane. So, at this point, I've got the core idea. I want to use this shellacker, and I'm not going to die while I use it. I'm going to be invincible. And that, my friends, is our win condition. A win condition is whatever your specific loadout is trying to succeed at. What condition does it meet that leads it to win? So once again, the condition of being alive and shooting the shellacker to explode all of the enemies is my win condition in this case. Our next step is to support and balance this win condition. So, as I said, the shellacker will shoot and explode things. So we need a way to enhance that. We'll start by looking at the gadgets. Is there a good gadget that can support it? Amongst the power things, you don't find support very well. Splatolites will circle and kind of do nearby damage, which is already covered by the shellacker. Same with the meteor mitt, Splatchit does a similar thing, and the spin wheel, while it does have some decent support, we're not going to be moving around enough to chase it. Speed things, a lot of these have cooldown reducing and similar things, but we need things to help survive and tank stuff, as well as possibly buff some damage output, which they can't do super effectively. So an important thing to remember is that you can change your tank to an adjacent tank. In this case, I will be using the tactical tank, which allows the usage of one power gadget, so I can equip the shellacker as my power gadget, and now I can use tactical things as support. The corkscrew has, all the way at the bottom here, reduced damage taken by 45%, which stacked with the 90% is going to be insane. We're going to take no damage whatsoever. So that's going to be our primary support there. Additionally, we can do the floaty fun, which we'll get more into that later. Now we need to, amongst these, pick a balancing gadget. We have something that supports the win condition of keep things nearby, keep me alive. Now we need something to cover the weakness, which is we can't go very far. So things that have range in the tactical tank are bomb balloons, which takes a lot of effort to set up and brain space, or the shot pot. I can set that up with high range, and we can run the rest of that. It can be automatic, we can use it several times. This should work very well. From this point, we can start to fill out the gadgets to whatever we want. Fire rate is good, shot damage is good. We want to draw them in so that they can get closer. That has good synergy with the rest of the loadout, and that fills it out. We've got duration, we've got damage, we've got fire rate, we've got range. It's all good stuff. We'll equip it. There. Let's take a look at the shellacker. We can do overcharge so that we can get maximum damage. Explosion damage is good. Charge speed, also fantastic. Cooldown reduced so that we can spam it more. And then we've got enough for explosive trigger, which will also help with that point blank damage that we might struggle with. Then we'll put in the torque screw, repeller damage, vortex damage. Once again, get that area of effect. Suction force to draw them in, vertical area, horizontal area, auto trigger. Let's see if we can get some more duration. Maybe that. And a lot of it is kind of workshopping little pieces so that you can get the maximum effectiveness. Oftentimes you'll have to go over to Shiver to double check to see if it has any better abilities that you can apply, or upgrade to reduce the slot cost. But I've done that on a lot of these, so I won't be doing that in today's guide. Next up, we will look at some of the relic powers. Now, at this stage, I would recommend going to the practice area and kind of experimenting with what you've got to see if you can see any weaknesses or things that need more balancing or more support for your main win condition. Right now I'm noticing that my gadgets are still recharging and I'm kind of left in a vulnerable state. So I'm going to look at the relics with that in mind. I know the power one has gadget recovery finisher, so we can recharge gadgets by splatting salmonids. We have gadget recovery fly. Since we're going to be flying with the torque screw, this has excellent synergy. It works well, so we can apply that one. It's always good to double check the specific tank ones, because those are normally very effective, but most of them don't apply. Let's see, some more mobility in the sky might be good. I suspect we might have some difficulty getting power eggs since we're going to be flying consistently, so we'll see if they're easier to pick up and it hurts less to go down. We won't need these because we're not going to be using tank abilities very much, because we're not going to be in the ink. Now, right now, I'm kind of between the Showstopper power or the Lifesaver to stay alive. For now, we're going to go with Showstopper power. Moving on, the Bot Buddy. If you have them maxed out, all of them have different effects. Like Shiver has freezing, Fry has fermenting, and Big Man has scorching. So if your loadout supports one of those things, consider just selecting based on that. Our loadout does not feature any of those abilities, so I'm going to use the criteria of the situation you would use it. Shiver is often used if you have the ability to back up, get some space, and maybe need some heavy damage. Big Man is good if you're in the front lines, you're taking a lot of damage, you might need that heal and that movement. Whereas Fry is somewhere in between if you need that AoE, or you can support a specific area, you might want to go for that. Since we have a suction in our torque screw, I think it might be good to use morays in the air because we can keep them in that area and take the full blast of the special. The last piece to the loadout is, of course, the weapon. In this case, you want to do something that supports the rest of it, naturally. We're going to be spending most of our win condition in the air. So things that do well are shooters, maybe dualies, but most importantly, sloshers. And you're going to want to check their sub-abilities for this. This one has Ink Pro, which is very good for that. Don't want to run out of ink. Close combat, I'm probably going to be close to a lot of things because we're doing the suction. And fermenting is also good to have. So I'll be running this. And it looks like our loadout is complete. Now, before you call it a day with the loadout, you're going to want to test it, take it to like maybe a den or buried ruins, see if any pieces want to get swapped out. Like I mentioned before, I might want the Showstopper or the life recovery thing. So you'll mess around, see what works, what doesn't, if you need to change anything. And then you've done it. Now, I'm going to show you some other examples so you can get a better understanding of this method. And there you have it. That's how you can make your own loadout. I personally like to give them silly little names like the hydrogen bomb, but you could do whatever. So get to rating or whatever. Yeah. Bye.